A lot of important research to support future deep space exploration is underway on the International Space Station now, with the 1 year mission crew members Scott Kelly and Mikhail Kornienko as scientists work to learn what it will take to support crews that one day will venture far beyond low Earth orbit. An investigation known as Sleep ISS-12, a follow-up to research on previous station missions as well as space shuttle missions, focuses on the quality and the quantity of sleep for the crew members and how that impacts their health and performance. This morning, we're going to learn more about that from the principal investigator, Dr. Laura Barger of the Harvard Medical School and Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. Good morning, Laura. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's just start with this sleep. Can you? I mean, obviously we all need sleep, right, here on Earth. But explain to me, why is this important to learn about the quality and the quantity of sleep that the astronauts are getting there in space?
Well, because sleep is so important, like you said, it's important for everyone. Sleep deficiency here on Earth leads to negative health and performance and safety consequences. Sleep is a biological need. It can't be overcome by training or professionalism or having the right stuff. In general, adults need to sleep 7 to 9 hours per night. And as the US population, everyone is sleeping less now than they used to. 50 years ago, only 3% of the population was sleeping 6 hours a night or less. And now 30% of US adults report sleeping less than 6 hours a night. And that's 44% when you look at night shift workers. So sleep deficiency is a big problem. Like I said, it impairs your health, it impairs your performance and your mood, your productivity. So obviously for the astronauts up in space who have to perform well all the time, have to be very productive, sleep deficiency is would not be a good thing to have in space, and they need to get sufficient quantity and quality of sleep.
Well, thank you so much for that. I can certainly understand. I don't think I perform as well here on Earth when I don't have enough sleep. Can you tell me? I understand you've been doing this study since back on the shuttle mission. So, what have we learned so far?
Well, we have been studying sleep for 10 years. We monitored the sleep of shuttle astronauts and astronauts on the ISS. So we had 80 crew members on shuttle missions and 21 ISS crew members participate in our study. And we found that the sleep on the shuttle was about 6 hours per night. And what was most interesting, I think, is before we undertook this study, we had thought that sleep was restricted on shuttle missions, but on ISS, we had heard that people adapt and would sleep more. And what we found was that on the station missions, the astronauts, crew members only slept about 10 minutes more than they did on the shuttle missions. So that was a surprise to us, that we thought that they would be sleeping more on the longer duration missions. And those missions averaged about 6 months.
Do you have a hypothesis for what would happen for a person who is in space for an entire full year?
Well, that's going to be very interesting. And we don't know. Will people learn or be able to adapt? Are the schedules going to be different? On the 6 month missions, there were a lot of, during the time period where we studied, the shuttle was coming up frequently. There were other progress ships that came up. And when another vehicle docked with the station, they had to shift their sleep-wake schedule to accommodate the incoming vehicle. And this puts a lot of challenge to the circadian system, because they have to shift the timing of their sleep-wake schedule. It's like traveling across time zones. And then they would shift their schedule back after the vehicle left. And so we will see how much that occurs on this 1 year mission. If those shifts occur throughout the 1 year mission, like they did the 6 month mission, we may see a lot of the same sleep deficiency taking place, a lot of those circadian challenges.
And you're studying the one-year crew members that would be astronaut Scott Kelly and also Mikhail Kornienko. Can you tell me what it is that they do to participate in this particular study for you?
Sure, we're using the same protocol that we used during the 10-year study so that we'll be able to compare the data that we collect in the 1 year mission with the other data collection. And what we have the crew members do, first of all, prior to flight, we collect data to see how they sleep here on Earth. And then during the mission, we monitor sleep throughout the mission, and then we study it post-flight as well. During the study intervals, what we have the crew member do is wear an actigraph or an ActiWatch. It looks something like the wearables that you see other people wearing to monitor their sleep here on Earth, like the Fitbits or the Jawbones or those type of devices. We use a research quality device. It's an accelerometer that measures motion of the wrist. So they wear this continuously throughout the data collection periods. And we're able to use a software algorithm that estimates how much sleep the crew member is getting. Also, we have the crew member fill out a daily log. And on that log, they tell us how much they think they slept and when they went to bed and when they got up. That helps us interpret the actigraphy data we're collecting. Also on that log, we're able to collect information about their subjective sleep quality and how alert they feel. And we ask them about countermeasures that they use. So are they using caffeine to help them maintain alertness? Are they taking medications to help them go to sleep at night? And on Earth, they fill out that log every day during the data collection period. And up in space, they fill that out about every third week.
And are they wearing the ActiWatch every day? I know we've actually seen, I've seen several people ask the question why they wear two watches, and I guess one of them is for them to tell time, and then the other one is the ActiWatch for this particular sleep study. So is this something that they're wearing continuously throughout the entire mission?
Right, so they wear it throughout the entire 1 year mission. And so we're going to have a lot of great data that we'll be able to analyze to look at their sleep on a day-to-day basis throughout the whole year in space.
How long will they be wearing this when they come home so that you can do some kind of comparative studies?
Right, so just for a couple weeks after they land, and we will look at what we would call recovery sleep. If they have lost sleep in space or have any sleep deficiency, then we see a greater increased amount of sleep when they come home. That's what we saw on the earlier missions, that people only slept about 6 hours a night in space, and then they slept an extra hour per night when they got home, and we'd call that recovery sleep.
Thank you so much, Laura. We really appreciate you coming out and talking with us. Good luck on the rest of your research, and we look forward to hearing about the results of the one-year crew mission. And best of luck to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for your time.